Hey guys, Zelink the One here, and I'm back with Carbon Solo Series Breakdown episode 4, I think it is, but either way, it's waves 22 to 30. I'm not going to go beyond wave 30 just to save time, and the fact that I don't get many views and not many people support me right now, I'm just going to go to wave 30, keep it simple, get all the basics down so everybody can get to at least wave 30 without too much trouble. So we're going to start off with what, wave 22? And you get your first dose of the super soldiers. I'm going to call them the super soldiers. They are the most armored and require the most damage to kill throughout a standard wave. They're pretty much miniature juggernauts, but nowhere near as painful as a juggernaut. With these new enemies comes the FAD, which is a pretty damn amazing gun for this game type. You have to realize that from this wave on, every round, even non-standard, will have super soldiers, and they will drop FAD ammo when they die. So you pretty much have infinite ammo without having to buy all the time. You probably will end up buying ammo a lot, but just for the sake of argument, it's better on the ammo and money. Even though I never have a problem with money in solo, apparently. So let's see, we moved on to wave 23. It's the exact same thing as wave 22. Super soldiers in the FAD. It's just like I talked about earlier. They're the same wave, just with a little bit more difficulty. So I mean, if you can get past the first one with ease, the second one's not that bad. Throughout this wave setup, 22 to 30, you're gonna see me mess around and play pretty fucking recklessly, because that's just how I play. I don't care. I just have fun. But if you want to get farther and you want to get more practice, play a little safer than I do, or even for that matter, much safer. It makes it so much easier. Doing my little bunny hop across the map, gonna make sure I have everything I need since I lost my self-revive from going down. Gotta have that. It's worth spawn fails. Like, I mean, what I mean by spawn fails is that you're somewhere on the map you don't want to be when the round's about to start. So you're gonna have to have a different spawn setup than you're used to or you don't want. Self-revive is clearly more important because if you go next time you go down, you're done. That's it. You're done. So let's move on to wave 24. I'm pretty sure we have 3 helicopters this time, and it's pretty much the same thing as the last round, but you have C4 dogs and the helicopters. What I suggested earlier is you get in this building, pick off the enemies that aren't helicopters first, make sure they're the last 3 enemies alive, and once you get down to that, just take the helicopters out. Pretty much that easy. You'll see I rock the ACR and the FAD pretty much the entire time. Like I said, I want to try some other weapons, but I'm very comfortable with the ACR and the FAD. The light machine guns are good, I guess, for like just putting bullets out, but I feel like they're not as successful as what I want them to be. I kind of want to see how shotguns fare in waves past 20. Same with snipers, but snipers in solo, that doesn't sound smart at all. So I don't even suggest it unless you just want to mess around. Picking up the helicopters, simple shit. I don't know what I'm saying right now. I have nothing to say. I'm kind of just waiting for wave 25. You guys can hear my disgusting voice. So yeah. I do have a Predator most of the game. I just have it in my pocket. I don't even know if I use it, but it's just there in case. If you get farther than what I expect most of you to do, I'm pretty sure a sentry gun would help out, especially with the setup I have. Make it cover your back or your front. It may cost money, but if you can stack up money like I'm doing right now, it's good to go. And we're moving on to wave 25. You get to see a little spawn nade that I like to do. And this time we got to mix up pretty much everything when it comes to soldiers. You got the super soldiers, the chemical soldiers, and the civilian soldiers. I don't think I called them civilian soldiers at the beginning, but you know those guys at the beginning with the models? They're back, but with actual guns. So they can do a little more damage, but they're really easy to pick off. Just make sure you concentrate most of your efforts on the super soldiers. If you try to kill a standard soldier while you're being attacked by 3 super soldiers, you're probably going to get butt fucked. That's just how it goes. And the chemical warfare soldiers, as you can see, like normal, produce gas out their ass. Haha, funny. And it hurts the enemy too. Use it as cover. It's pretty much an invisible wall until the enemy runs through it. Because when an enemy turns a corner, at about this round and farther, they're gonna start shooting at you pretty fucking fast and hitting you directly. But when you're behind like a gas wall, when they run out of that gas, they're not gonna be shooting most of the time. They're gonna be pretty much stunned. And now we're gonna move on to wave 26. I don't remember what wave 26 has, but it's standard super soldiers, civilian soldiers. Yes, that's right. I mean, I don't really have any tips outside of what I've told you guys already. Like I said, I'm probably just gonna blabber about nothing since I don't know what to say. Unless you guys want me to say something specific, skip this wave once you think you're good with it, I guess, and go on to the next wave and see what's up. Standard wave. That's it. Actually, fuck it. I'm just not gonna say anything to the next wave. I don't know what to say right now. Okay, I do have something to say. Sorry. These waves, even though some of them are pretty easy compared to the rest of the other waves when you get this far, they'll take some time. I think on an average game, for me, to get to wave 30, it takes me 30 to 50 minutes when it comes to solo mode, and I tend to play faster than most of the top leaderboards. I think there's maybe 1 or 2 people who are in my same wave level that are near my time. Usually I'm 20 to 30 minutes faster than some people. So like I said earlier, try not to play as recklessly as me. I don't even think I said that right. Recklessly. But try not to play as recklessly as me. Control yourself. Take your time. Make sure what you're doing is what you want to do. If this method of stalling or keeping their spawns intact is not to your needs, switch it up. Try to find a new spawn. I mean, I don't think I've tested too many spawns, but I usually stick with the one I first find because I really like it. I don't know why I have a habit of finding a good spawn the first time. And let's see, we just moved on to wave 27. This is the clusterfuck round. You got super soldiers, civilian soldiers, C4 dogs, a riot shield juggernaut, and 2 juggernauts. Also, like I said earlier, I don't know if the riot shield juggernauts and normal juggernauts switch up or anything. I don't know if it's like, sometimes there's 3 riot shielders, sometimes there's 3 jugs. It's different for everybody. But if it's the same, you can memorize it. Take out those 2 big jugs once you get done with all the standard enemies, and then deal with the riot shielder. On that note, I'm going to go silent again, because this is a long round, and I have $71,000. It's a lot of money. There we go. Wave 27 is cleared. In the future, if this series does get a little more popular, at least I get some more fan base numbers, so that way I can be sure I'm supporting and helping a lot more people out there. I will probably go make these videos a little more structured, possibly put in the description the exact time that these waves start. That way you can not have to deal with the shitty commentary that I have and just go straight to what the rounds contain. That way it's a lot easier for people who would just want to get a little bit of help on the rounds and not have to worry about listening to a douchebag like me. So we're moving on to wave 28. This should be another basic round. Super Soldiers and FAD again. This time they're definitely stronger. Like I said, normally with two waves back to back, they have the exact same thing. The difference is very minuscule, but when it comes to about a 5-wave difference, the difference is immense. Not as immense as I'd say 10 waves or higher difference, but still, you're going to be prepared for some stronger enemies. They're going to take much more damage before they go down. So make sure you have your escape route. I don't think I talked about the escape route I had over here. Normally I'd pick off the normal spawn right about there, and I'd go behind me, take out the 3 to 6 enemies over there, and then start running that way. Keep the standard spawns coming at me, and then having to deal with the 3 or 6 that now spawn behind me, deal with them as quick as possible, and then move on to the ones in front of me and keep them all in front of me. Makes it easier. It's a lot easier to deal with enemies when they're all facing one direction towards you. If you have enemies behind you, I mean, this is pretty much common sense, but if you have enemies behind you and in front of you and you're just trying to shoot one of them, one direction I should say, it's painful because you're getting shot from all angles. Everything's in a musk. I don't even know what I just said. In musk? What the fuck does that even mean? Everything's in a mess, and it's just a pain to deal with. So like right here, you'll notice I have them all on the one side. I'm comfortable. If one gets behind me, I turn and I deal with them. In fact, I'm pretty sure these two try to get around me and I go deal with them first. Let's see, and I do. I make sure my butt's cleared. I have a route to escape. Sometimes when they come under you, you'll notice that how people camped in like, you know, I don't even know what I'm trying to say right now. But you know that little canister or tin, the crate with like you carry stuff in, where people in public matches go in and camp up top with their sniper or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? Like right behind me. Going up there and then jumping away from that area is probably the fastest and safest route to getting out of there alive and with the least amount of damage possible if you're ever in a situation. So I'd suggest using that when you can. And this will be the last wave I discussed. This is wave 30, Super Soldiers, FAD, C4 dogs, and 3 helicopters. After this round, I will be moving on to another map, and that's it. I appreciate your time, guys. If you liked the video, let me know. I'll keep going anyway, just because it's a good series in my opinion to help people who need help. And I guess watch the rest of the video. Peace.